When I was 17, I got my lifeguard certification. When you get certified to be a lifeguard, you must also get your first aid, AED, and CPR certifications because you are taking responsibility for the lives that surround you. After I got my certifications, I got a job at the Hellertown pool. My first day as a lifeguard began on a hot, sticky day in the middle of June. Not only did it feel like summer, but it actually smelled like summer. I could smell the chlorine from the pool and the greasy food from the snack stand lingering through the air as I waited for the pool to open. It was the first day after school let out, and kids were lining up outside of the pool, waiting for the gates to be opened. When the clock hit noon, the pool was swamped with people eager to begin their summer vacation. It was a nerve-wracking day for me. I could feel butterflies fluttering around in my stomach as I did my first 15-minute rotation on stand. It was overwhelming being on stand 6 feet above everyone else, knowing if something were to happen, I'm in charge. The first few hours of my day were typical. I rotated stands every 15 minutes, I enforced the typical no running, no sitting on the rope policies, and continually scanned the water. The sun was beaming down on the water, creating a shiny, sparkly top layer. I remember looking at the sun thinking it looked so much brighter than usual. I was about halfway through my 8-hour day when I noticed a group of 3 or 4 younger boys playing next to my stand. They weren't doing anything dangerous or threatening. They were just having fun and enjoying their first day at the pool. I noticed the one little boy starting to run in circles, but I didn't think much of it. I turned my body away from them and continued to scan the water. It was only a few seconds later when a woman called up to me and said, "Excuse me, I don't think he's okay." When I turned around, the same little boy that was running in circles was now on the ground seizing. I instantly began to panic, but I knew what to do. I triple whistled to let every lifeguard and patron know something was wrong. The whistle sounded like nails against a chalkboard. It wasn't anything anyone wanted to hear on the opening day of the pool. After I triple whistled, every other lifeguard on stand blew one long whistle and ordered everyone to get out of the pool. I hopped off stand and told everyone around the boy to clear the area. This was something I knew how to handle given that I was first aid, AED, and CPR certified. I had learned a few months prior that there was nothing you could do to stop a seizure. The only thing you can do is assure they do not endure any head trauma while having the seizure. Knowing this, I held the boy's head to assure he wouldn't hit it on the concrete while he was having the seizure. I felt his hair up against my hands as I watched this innocent kid helplessly having an epileptic fit. The boy's guardian was nowhere in sight, so I yelled to a woman nearby, "Hey, call 911. When my manager arrived on the scene, the boy had stopped seizing, and we began to search for his guardian. We located the boy's uncle and allowed him to comfort his nephew while we waited for EMS to arrive. When EMS arrived, they put the little boy in the ambulance and began to question me and my boss about the situation in order to assess what had happened. As the lifeguard on duty, I had to fill out multiple incident forms. My hands were shaking uncontrollably. I put my right hand up to my face and watched it effortlessly tremble for a minute or two. It was hard to write legibly, but I managed to scribble a few words onto the papers. After I finished signing off on every paper, I realized my day wasn't over yet. It was only around 4 o'clock and the pool didn't close until 7 p.m. The sun was still beaming down on the water, creating the illusion that it was a perfect summer's day. It was the same beaming sun that was there at the beginning of the day. The same sun that was there before a little kid enjoying his first day of summer was rushed off to the hospital. When I got back on stand, I was still pretty shaken up. I could feel the adrenaline still flowing through my body like a river flows after torrential downpours. Despite everything I was feeling, I knew I had to continue doing my job and continue ensuring the safety of everyone around me. I had to do this for the rest of the summer, and evidently 2 summers after that. This wasn't something that was going to scare me off from the job I signed up for. Even though lifeguarding wasn't just twirling a whistle, it was still something that I wanted to do. I became more confident at my job and more confident as a person. I knew I was capable of handling any situation in front of me, and I felt prepared for whatever life threw at me.